Imagine sneaking into the kitchen to bake a cake at 2 in the morning. You clean the bowls, wipe the counters, and tiptoe back to bed thinking you pulled it off perfectly. But the next morning, you get caught. Why? Because you left a single smudge of flour right on the tip of your nose. That same kind of tiny mistake is exactly how a secret was unraveled in Pune, India. It started with a 26-year-old businessman named Ketan Agarwal. He was on a romantic outing with his fiancée when he fell 400 feet to his death off the steep cliffs of Lohagad Fort. His fiancée, Saya, called the authorities in tears. She explained that a sudden, strong gust of wind caught Ketan off guard while he was posing for a picture, causing him to lose his balance. It sounded like a terrible accident. But Ketan's family soon remembered a chilling detail. Just 4 days earlier, at that exact same cliff edge, Saya had shoved Ketan. He only survived by grabbing a bush, and Saya claimed she was simply pushing him out of the way of a venomous snake. Then there was a second incident. While the couple was heading to the airport for a pre-wedding trip, Saya walked back to their car alone to grab her phone. When she returned, only Ketan's passport had vanished from their shared travel pouch. These specific events led Ketan's family to believe he didn't slip on that cliff. They suspected this was a calculated plot to remove Ketan without having to publicly break off an elite marriage. Saya had a secret boyfriend named Chetan, and together they tried to create a plan that would make them look completely innocent. Their first step was creating physical distance on paper. Chetan left his personal smartphone miles away at the retail shop he managed. He knew investigators check phone locations, so he wanted his history to show him at work. Next, he instructed his shop employees to answer any incoming calls on his phone. If anyone checked, there would be witnesses who would say they called Chetan's number and someone at the shop picked up. Finally, he took his phone entirely offline. From morning until late afternoon, Chetan completely disabled the internet connection on his device. This stopped any background apps from accidentally sending a signal to nearby cell towers that might record his actual location. By combining a distant phone, employees answering calls, and a complete data blackout, Chetan attempted to become a digital ghost. On paper, he was nowhere near the scene of the crime. But for a plan that relied so heavily on digital tricks, it forgot one thing: the world is still full of physical eyes. As Saya and Ketan climbed the steps of the fort, security cameras at the entrance caught Chetan secretly trailing right behind them. He was easy to spot. On a scorching summer day that hit 33 degrees Celsius, Chetan was hiking up the mountain wearing a heavy winter hoodie pulled tight over his face to hide his identity. Once the police knew who to look for, they stopped focusing on just the day of the crime. They pulled the detailed phone connection logs from the local cell towers, scanning through every signal the couple's phones had sent over the last 6 months. This data revealed massive hidden contact. Over 6 months, they shared 2,004 calls, totaling 238 hours. To put it in perspective, they spoke over an hour every single day. It was clear these two were far more than casual acquaintances. These thousands of logged interactions meant the suspects could no longer claim to be strangers. They believed they were invisible, but their own phones had been keeping a diary for months. Faced with video footage and hundreds of hours of call logs, the story fell apart. Both suspects ultimately confessed. They admitted why he did it. Sia's family had booked an extravagant 17 crore destination wedding. She was terrified of the social humiliation that would come with canceling it. In her mind, returning as a grieving widow was better for her family's reputation than returning as a runaway bride. Now, Ketan's family is appealing to the government to ensure a fast-track trial. They are also asking investigators to look into whether Sia's extended family helped hide her secret life from them. Today, both suspects remain locked in judicial custody, where they are officially facing severe charges for murder and criminal conspiracy. You might leave your phone, hide under a winter coat, but in a hyper-connected world, your past data will always tell the truth. Your digital footprint acts just like that smudge of flour on your nose, proving that there is no longer such a thing as a perfect crime.